Here we have for sale a 2021 on a 71 plate Ford Transit Custom MSRT. This is the 320 model, which means it's got a 3.2 tons gross vehicle weight. This one has got the 2-litre EcoBlue Euro 6 diesel engine. That is producing 185 PS, which is roughly 185 brake horsepower. That is accompanied with the 6-speed automatic gearbox, and this is the short wheelbase double cab van, finished in the fantastic race red. What we're going to do in this video is have a little walk around. I'll show you the spec that you get on a Ford Transit Custom MSRT double cab of this age. We'll also have a really close look at the condition, talk to you about the service history, seeing as the vehicle is currently available for sale with us here at Bridgend Van Centre. Starting here then at the rear of the van, we can see that this one is spec'd with a rear tailgate. So a tailgate is one door which comes up like so. The other option which you can get is barn doors, which are sort of two doors which open in that sort of fashion. You can see, of course, the MSRT comes with a number of body styling changes. So having a quick look here at the top of the tailgate, we can see this really nice chunky rear spoiler which is on here with a nice MSRT embossment there at the top. But also a lot of the body panels have been changed as well. So that includes the rear bumper. You've got this lovely rear diffuser. These bumper corners are much more flared. You can see the wheel arch extensions there, the side skirts, and of course the front end is completely changed as well, giving this overall fantastic look. Something else which has changed is of course the exhaust. You've got this nice dual exit MSRT branded exhaust there, and that is plumbed in. You see a lot of exhausts on vans like this which are sticking out the back, and they're there for show. This is actually a proper plumbed in exhaust. You can also see that this one has got a detachable tow truss tow bar back here as well, and then some really nice features as well on the van itself. So you've got rear parking sensors, which of course would come as standard on the limited model. This one has got the reversing camera as well, which wouldn't come as standard, so that's a nice factory optional extra there. But having a good look at the condition, look at the gloss to the paintwork, you can see it's looking absolutely lovely here. Hopefully the camera is conveying this accurately, but race red is this really nice solid red colour, and I think when you accompany all of these styling bits on here, it just really brings it to life. Looks absolutely stunning. Having a look at the rear bumper then, it's in really good order actually, really nice condition. The tiniest little mark there above the rear parking sensor, but other than that there's not a tremendous amount I can fault in it. Tiny little mark just there as well, but as I say, not much to fault on there. Once we open up the tailgate then, we can start to have a look inside the back of here. So as I say, this is the short wheelbase model, and this is the space that you get in the back of a short wheelbase double cab. You can see this has got brand new ply lining in the back, and of course you've got the bulkhead there, which gives you that separation there from the cab to the load space. You can also see here the previous owner has cut quite a neat little hatch there to go underneath the passenger seat, which is a nice little feature, because that is sort of one of the downsides of having that bulkhead, is maybe if you want to load longer items you can't do so, but having that little hatch, you can flip that up and you can load something longer under there, but it doesn't really spoil the look at all as well. And you can see there's nice LED load lights in the back of here, but again, fantastic usable condition in the back of there. If we shut the doors then, or shut the door should I say, we can continue around the outside of the van. You can also see we've got the MSRT mud flaps on the back of here. And one thing to note on this particular van is that this one has been lowered at the rear, which gives you then this level ride height. So again, one of the sort of complaints on a Transit Custom is you get quite a big arch gap on the back. We've actually got another MSRT double cab in stock at the moment, and there's a much more significant arch gap here, but that being lowered on the back, I say it does just give you that more level ride height from front to rear, which is a subtle change, but I think looks really, really smart indeed. Of course, being a factory double cab, you can see it's got twin side loading doors, so you can of course gain access there from both sides for rear passengers. Having a look at the alloy wheels then, so you've got these nice 18-inch gunmetal grey OZ Racing alloy wheels. They look to be in very good condition throughout. Having a look at the front here as well, and so those MSRT mud flaps there at the front, MSRT side skirt, these wheel arch extensions, some nice decals which are dotted around the vehicle as well, just letting you know that this isn't just your standard Custom. Opening up the driver's side loading door then, we can have a look First look at the interior. So you can see in here we've got this nice half leather and half Alcantara interior with a nice contrasting blue stitch. There's a nice sort of nod here to some of the MSRT heritage here. So 2017 and 2018 World Rally Championship and the Drivers' Championship there. So just a nice little nod there to some of the racing history of the motorsport division of Ford. But condition-wise, it's in very good order. You can see the step here, the floor with the carpet overmat there, which again is nice MSRT branded. The back of the front seats, of course, all clad in leather there, but looking very, very smart as well. There's the tiniest little nick just here, which I can just see on the edge of this rear seat. Very, very small, but if I can see it, I'll gladly point that out to you. Opening up the driver's door, then we can start to have a look inside here. So looking at the driver's door card, that's in really good order. Same there with the step. This one, of course, has got the nice limited edition plaque. So you can see that this is M1396, which I think is, again, just a nice little touch there. Having a look at the driver's seat, again, in very good order. Tiniest bit of wear just here to the edge of the driver's seat, but very, very minimal, I would say, considering the miles on this particular van. Clearly very well looked after. Again, same sort of trim in the front of here, so you've got the nice half leather, half Alcantara with a blue stitch. Again, that's nice embossment there in the backrests. What a feature I really like on the MSRT is this nice chunky steering wheel. So it's really well molded here just to fit your hand. And because, of course, this is one of the main touch points as a driver, it just reminds you that you're not just driving your normal Transit Custom. You've got the nice carbon fibre inlay just there and plenty of spec on here then. So on a limited, of course, you get things like cruise control as standard. This one has actually got adaptive cruise control, which would be a nice optional extra. Of course, you can control the radio on here and the onboard computer. Up on the left-hand side then, you've got your lane keeping assist. Again, that's not standard. Again, nice MSRT there, even in the in this inlay here at the bottom. 71,469 miles recorded. You can see it's all idling there correctly, no warning lights or anything like that on the dashboard. The vehicle is supplied with 2 full flip remote keys. You can see you've got auto-activated lights, auto-activated wipers, electric windows, electric folding mirrors. That's how those are operated there. This van as well has been fitted with an upgraded alarm. So you can see these little alarm sensors there on both sides. There's also one, I believe, actually in the rear of the van. Much better than factory fitted upgraded alarm, which is always lovely to see. It just gives you the idea that someone's really cared for this van. And of course, you can see that from its condition as well. Automatic gearbox, as I mentioned, air conditioning, heated wing mirrors, heated seats, and heated windscreen there. All of that comes as standard. This one has got satellite navigation, which again would be an optional extra on a limited model. And then just down below the handbrake as well, you can see that this one has got the 230 volt power converter with a 3-pin socket down there as well. Fold down work tray with a couple of cup holders and somewhere to store your paperwork there in the centre. All, of course, carpeted in the front with a proper Ford overmats. Lovely condition there inside the van. As we continue to go around the outside then, so again, just having a look here in these reflections down the driver's side, you can just see how clean and straight and tidy this is, in beautiful condition throughout. It's pretty difficult to fault, really. Of course, you're going to get the odd tiny little mark like I've shown you, but all in all, it's looking very, very smart. Round to the front then, this is where the big change is really, the most sort of imposing position there of the MSRT, and that is this sort of front end and the front bumper change particularly, which sets it apart. So it is a complete front bumper change. And this accent here is just so much more exaggerated than on the standard vans. And it just fits in really well with these wheel arch extensions. Looks very, very smart indeed. Another nice optional extra on this one is that this one has got the bi-xenon headlights. So a much brighter, more powerful headlight. But of course it still retains that nice LED daytime running light around the outside. Front parking sensors, front fog lights, of course, and on this front bumper you get this nice lower front splitter, which is on there, and also the nice MSRT branding there as well in the lower grille. Front end on this van is looking in fantastic condition, very, very smart indeed. Having a quick look at the windscreen as well, doesn't seem to be any there are no chips or cracks or anything like that. It's all looking absolutely spot on. And then finally here then, looking down the passenger side of the van, again, just like to look in these reflections, looking for any signs of ripples, previous repairs, but it is absolutely free from anything like that. It's absolutely spot on. Very, very nice indeed. Absolute credit to its previous owner with this sort of mileage. Now, we do hold a lovely Ford service history with this van, so there's 2 services. These are due every 2 years or 25,000 miles, and this has been done on mileage, which is nice to see, because it wouldn't really be due on time with its age. So it was done at 25,000, I believe around 50,000, 51,000, around that sort of mark. During our preparation then in Bridgend Van Care, which is our van specialist workshop, we've been right through it, or our guys have been right through it, and they've conducted a further full service, but also crucially changed the timing belt, or what is known as the wet belt. We have changed on this particular van. Again, looking in the back here, fantastic condition inside the back of there as well. So just to summarise then, this is a 2021 on a 71 plate Ford Transit Custom 320 MSRT automatic double cab, finished in race red. Fantastic condition throughout, it must be said, for 71,000 miles. Previous Ford services, with 2 previous services being carried out, which is absolutely correct for its age and mileage. As I say, during our preparation, Bridgend Van Care, which is our van specialist workshop, they have carried out a further service, including the wet belt or timing belt change, ready for sale. A very, very inviting proposition indeed. Lovely spec on this particular example, with a number of optional extras which I've mentioned throughout the video. If you are interested, it's down here at Bridgend Van Centre if you'd like to come and view it or have a test drive. The vehicle will be supplied with 12 months AA warranty as standard. You have got optional options to upgrade that to 2 or 3 years at an extra cost as well if you want to. We can arrange delivery nationwide. We can also arrange finance at very competitive rates, whether that be for private individuals or for limited companies. So we can take cars or vans in part exchange. If you haven't seen it already, I'd urge you to head over to our website there, bridgendvans.co.uk, and that's where you'll find the full advert of this van and, of course, all of the others that we've currently got advertised. Thank you very much for watching.